So I've got some different crystals today. I've got yellow aventurine, which we're working with the solar plexus chakra. So if you rest your hands on your body, the color is yellow. So if you don't have yellow crystals to hand, Stephanie and Lee, it doesn't matter, but just see if you could visualize maybe the color yellow underneath your hands. So the solar plexus, seat of our self-esteem, our willpower, decision-making. The sense of I am enough comes from this power center. So let's just take 3 full breaths. And you can just start to move the body, so swing the body around. Inhaling, coming forwards, exhale, rounding back. So feel the movement maybe underneath your hands as you start to move. And you could slow the movement down a little bit. And slow the breath. So it's very difficult to feel stressed when the breath is slow. Almost impossible, I would say, but so just slowing the breath. Inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, rounding back. And you can go in the other direction. And back to your center. And can you just take the hands around to your left as you look to your right? And then take the hands around to your right, yeah, as you look to your left. So take the hands around to your left as you look to your right. And then the hands around to your right as you look to your left. And go the other way. So just you can close the eyes and just move at your own rhythm and pace. The hands go one way and the head goes the other. So you twist. You can come back to center. You could hold on to your opposite elbow. And you could twist again. You could let the hands go one way as the head goes the other. And let the hands go the other way. Elbows, head hands the other. So let's twist. And you twist. Twist. And come back to center, release the hands, take the hands behind you. So the hands were facing, fingers pointing forwards. Could you lift your hips? Exhale, release the hips. You might change the cross of your legs and we could go the other way. So we could lift the hips. And then release. Sitting with an upright spine, could you take your left arm up, reach over to your right. And then go the other way, up and over. Again, lifting up, reaching over. Lifting up, reaching over. Feel the opening through the sides of your body. Feel coming up. Coming over. Yep, you could take one hand to the tummy, the other hand to the back, and then twist. Turn the body to your left. If you go the other way, hand to body, the other hand to the back, you lift and you twist. And back to center. So undo your legs. Just take the feet flat onto the floor. Oops. Hands behind you. So again, fingers could point forward if that's comfortable. And could you just let the knees go to your left as you look to your right? And then you let your knees go to the right as you look to your left. You come back to the middle. Could you lift up into reverse tabletop? And then lower the hips. Drop the knees over to your left as you look to the right. Knees go right as you look to the right. Going back to center, lifting up. And lowering down. Knees go one way, head goes the other. And the other way. Lifting up. And you lift. Just take the legs forwards. Holding it there for a moment. And lifting up. And spread the fingers, push out through your heels. And bring your left knee in. So interlace the fingers. Bring the leg towards your body. Point the toes. And then you take the leg forwards. The arms can come out. And you could just hover the leg a little bit away from the ground. And again, bring the knee towards you. Interlace the fingers. Squeeze. You could take the leg forwards and just lower it down so it's just hovering from the ground. So pushing out through both heels. There's elements linked to the fire element in the body, the chakra. And then you could bring the knee back in, interlace the fingers, squeeze, and take the leg across. So you push out through the heel. You bring your left thigh towards you, take your left hand behind the back, pulling up through the pelvic floor, relax the shoulders and twist to your left. Inhale, left, exhale, twisting. Perhaps you can turn the head to look over your right shoulder. And then you untwist yourself back to center, undo the legs. Take the legs forward, take the hands behind you. Could you come up into reverse plank? If you'd rather not, you could just take the top, but if you're reverse plank, then you take the point your toes, otherwise you just take it. And then you just lower the body. Yeah, I'm pushing out through the heels, zipping up through the legs, lifting up. Bend your right knee, bring the knee towards you. So interlace the fingers, squeeze the leg towards your body. Leg comes forwards, lower it down a couple of inches off the ground, spread the fingers. Again, knee comes in, interlace, squeeze. Leg comes forwards. And again, bring it in. Just hold it there for a moment. So just spreading the fingers, pulling the fingers apart a little bit. So we could just twist. So now you've got the right foot over the left to the left side. You've got the arm around thigh, hand around the back, push out through the heel, lift and twist. Right. Feel the movement of the abdomen towards your thigh as you inhale. And then you can keep the twist in the body and turn your head to the left. Untwist yourself. Take the legs forwards. You could point the toes and you could lift. And then squeeze the legs towards you. So you might be taking the feet off the floor, you might not. You take the legs forwards, the arms come out. And the knees again, you could wrap the hands around you, just squeeze the legs towards you. Engaging the core muscles, tummy button to spine. And again, legs come forwards, arms come out. Actually open and close your hands. And then you can bend the knees again, you could squeeze the legs towards you. If you'd like to, you could let go of the legs. You might just keep the knees bent, you might straighten the legs, so whichever works for you, but just keep the shoulders relaxed, pulling up through the pelvic floor, tummy button to spine, 3 breaths. You could just take the feet to the floor, put my socks off, sitting in a comfortable position, and then could you lift yourself to stand any old way you'd want to stand up. We come to mountain pose. So we could just start with the hands on the hips, feel the breath. Feel the movement into the sides of your body. You could keep the eyes closed and you could spin your hips. And spin the other way. And just go to mountain pose, relax the arms, you can spread the fingers. As you bend the knees, could you just spin the arms around? Check the knees stay pointing straight ahead as you bend them. Spin the arms around. More. Just lower the arms. Lifting up. Lift the heels. Your right side. Lifting up. And then rock the heels, bend the knees, and just let the body fold forward for a moment. So relax the head, the shoulders. Any tension, just bring down through the arms, through your legs. Take the hands onto your shins, straighten the legs, come to a halfway lift. So it's an upside down L shape with your body. And you can touch the fingers down towards the ground. As you come up, sweep the arms up. So as you come up, the arms are sweeping up. The hands come together. And then you take the hands to your feet. Push the palms together, draw up through the core. And again, lifting up, lift your heels. Exhale, folding forwards, tummy button to spine. Take the hand onto your shins again, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Touch the fingertips down towards the ground, and as you sweep the arms up again, arms will come up. Knees above the head. Come back. Yes. Not lift again. Exhale, folding forwards, rest the hands above your knees as you bend your knees. So you've got, might have your fingers pointing inwards. And then as you inhale, could you lift your hips, relax the shoulders, coming into a standing version of cat-cow. Tuck the pelvis under, bring your chin towards your chest. So you inhale as you uncurl, you bring the shoulders away from your ears, and as you exhale, you just tuck the pelvis under and bring your chin towards your chest. One more time. Inhale, unfurl, gazing up. Exhale as you round. Could you straighten your right leg? You might slide your left hand towards your left foot and then just twist to your right. And you could swap sides. You could slide the right hand down your right leg. You could straighten your left leg, slide the hand up to your waist maybe or onto your back, and then twist to your left. As the hands come down, you let the fingertips come back towards the ground, straighten the legs again, halfway lift. Fingertips touch towards the ground, and then as you come up again, sweep, pushing into the feet, sweep the arms up. And you come up. So again, lifting up, lifting knees. High onto the toes, spread the fingers. A lot of the heels, bend the knees, forward and forward, halfway lift, lengthen along the spine. Take the hands down to the floor, step your right leg back. So you've got your necklace out of the way. You've got your right leg is straight, your left knee is bent, and you could just rock forwards and back a couple of times. So you might lift your left toes and spin the body forwards and back. And then could you keep your right hand where it is? And see if you could take your left arm up towards the ceiling. So you're squeezing the inner thighs towards the midline. You're pushing out through the right heel. You're looking up towards the left thumb, and then your left hand comes underneath your left leg. It might touch your right upper arm. So again, the left arm will lift up. It comes back down. So sweeping underneath the left arm, left leg, and again, one more time, lifting up. Down. And then could you drop your right knee? So pop something underneath the knee if it's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So you've got your left knee above the ankle. You're wriggling the foot forward. So when you drop forwards, your hips are facing forward. You're pulling up through the core. You might rest the hands on the back of the body. Then could you lift your chest? Release, you take the hands to center. You might lean forwards a little bit. Could you take your right elbow towards your left knee? You twist. Spread the sole of the left foot, push down through the top of your right foot, lift and twist. Untwisting yourself back to center, hands come down to the floor. Turn your right toes under so you could straighten the right leg, and then sweep the left leg back. So coming into plank for a moment. Drop your knees. So come to all fours position, tabletop. And then could you swing your hips? That's the back. And then you might just sit back towards the heels. So as you sit back towards the heels, you could rest the forehead onto the ground. When the hands come towards you, could you lift yourself up to a kneeling position? Coming up. Can you see me all right on Zoom? I'm really loath to turn the lights on because it's so horrid. So you've got the hands to the back of the body. You ease your hips forward. You bring your elbows to meet each other. Pull up through the core, tummy button to spine. And then you just lower yourself back towards the heels again. Reach the fingers forward, and we're going to come forwards into cobra. So lower yourself down all the way down into your front. So hold it there for a moment. So as you push down through the tops of your feet and pull up through your pelvic floor, you might feel the body lifting. You might feel your hands lifting off the ground. So we'll hold it here, 3 breaths. Slide the hands forwards, take the cheek to the mat, just rest here for a moment. Let your big toes touch, let the heels drop out. Feel the breath. Maybe turn, swap cheek. Chin comes forward, hands under shoulders. Push yourself up to an all-fours position. Keep the tops of the feet on the floor. Could you hover your knees a couple of inches off the ground? So spread the palms of the hands, engage the core muscles, and then roll over your toes and come to your downward facing dog. And when you get there, you could bend one knee and then the other knee. And you might step your right foot forward, the left foot forwards. Come into a forward fold again. So just relax the arms, little bend in the knees, relax the head. And as you come up, could you sweep the arms through the air and some big sideways fingers of 8 movement? Infinity signs, lift the arms. Get the arms out. And come back. So again, lifting up, lift with the arms. Coming up onto spine, folding forwards. Inhaling, take the hands onto shins, lengthen along the spine, halfway lift. Take the hands to the floor, step your left leg back. So you might need to adjust the feet a little bit so that your right knee is above the ankle. And then you could just rock forwards and back. You might lift the right toes and push out through the left heel. And as the left hand is on the ground, spreading the palm of the hand, could you take the right arm up? And then the right arm comes under your leg. So you sweep the right arm up. So slowly, just lower it down. So just sweeping it up slowly, opening the arm out to the side. And then just releasing it down towards the ground. You could take the hands to the floor, you could step, drop your left knee, lift yourself up. Make sure your knee is comfortable, wriggling the foot forward a little bit if you need to. Dropping down through the front of the spine, you could take the hands to the back of the body again. Draw the elbows towards each other, pulling up through the core. Lift. You're round and famous. I'm sure this is chanting, I quite like. Anyway, so take the hands to center, lean forwards a little way, and then you could take your left elbow towards your right knee. So you twist. And twist back to center, turn the left toes under, lift the left, slide your right leg back, come to plank for a moment. Spreading the palms of the hands, pushing out through the heels, tummy back into spine, drop your knee. Come to all fours. Take your shoulders and your hips around to the right, so making a C shape with your body. And then make a C shape to the left, so hips and shoulders go around to your left. Come back to the middle, just sit back towards the heels for a second. When you start to come up again, you could lift up to your kneeling position. Come into camel again, so lifting up. So the hands might rest on the backs of the legs, or you can stay on the back. So you're easing the hips forwards. Pulling up through the core, bring the elbows towards each other. Lower yourself down. Hips come back towards the heels. Slide your hands forward. Rolling through again into your cobra. So coming all the way down. When you get there, could you twist to your right? Lower the body down, you push into the right hand, and you turn over a bit to your left. So you lower down and you twist to your right. And you lower down and you twist. To your left. Again, release, twisting right. Coming down and you twist. To your left. And you can just again just take the arms overhead, just rest the cheek on the mat, let the big toes touch, let the heels drop out, hold it there. Feel the movement of the body towards the ground as you breathe. Turn the cheek the other way. Turn back to center, take the hands onto your shoulders, push yourself up to a all fours position. Take your left arm forwards, right arm back. Right leg back even, left arm, right leg. And then squeeze elbow to knee. So left arm, right leg, extend. Squeeze. And again, extend. And you squeeze. Take the hand down, the knee down, swap sides, left leg, right arm. Pushing out through the heels, hips are level. And again, squeeze, elbow to knee. And extend. And squeeze. And extend. And you squeeze. Hand comes down, knee comes down, back to your all fours position. Hover the knees a couple of inches off the ground. Roll over your toes again, up, downward facing dog. So relax the head, lift the sit bones, pedal the heels again. And then as you stop, you can step the left foot, the right foot towards the hands. Again, just give the arms, move the hands a little shake. Relax the head. And as you come up, pushing into the feet, sweep the arms up. Roll out. Spread the arms. Interlace the fingers, push the hands away from you. Take a little side bend over to the left, maybe twisting a little bit to the left. Coming up, lean over to the right, and then perhaps just twist a little, pull the fingers apart, look to the right. Back to center, release. Hands to shins, straighten the legs, halfway lift. So you just take the hands to the floor, you slide the legs back. Drop your knee. Cross your ankles, and could you just lower yourself down towards the mat? Uncross your legs, so coming down onto your tummy, lifting the chest. Feel the breath. Pushing into the hands, lift yourself up. Turn the toes in to come up, straight away downward facing dog. Take the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Could you hinge forwards if you would like, or you can stay in your downward facing dog, but you could bring your left knee towards your nose. Right knee towards your nose. And then again, sorry, take the right leg up again. At least someone's listening. Bend the right knee, and again, knee to nose. Again, so you hinge back, the right leg comes back, and then could you bend the knee and then pop the foot forwards? So you could just lift yourself up. However you'd like to get there, just come up to warrior one. So take your time. Have the hips facing forwards. Have your right knee above the ankle. You can just rest the hands on your solar plexus for a moment. And down through the feet. Feel the breath. Take the left arm forwards, the right arm back. Your asymmetrical stretch, you've got opposite arm forwards. Usually even from one hand to the other, from pressing down from one foot to the other. Take your left arm back, interlace the fingers. Tummy button to spine. Could you hinge forwards towards your right leg? Take the weight into your right foot. Come on with the toes of the left foot. Maybe you could lift the leg. Perhaps you could take the arms out to the sides. So you could hover the body in the air with your right leg straight. You're pushing out through the heel. The arms are out to the side. Up. So you can always have the toes on the floor, and you've got your palms facing away from you. Spread the palms. The hands go around to your left as you look to your right. Come back to center. Release the foot, release the hands, come back to your mountain pose. Lifting up. And lift the heels, relax them. You rock the heels, folding forwards. Take the hands to your shins, lengthen the spine, come to a halfway lift. Take the hands down to the floor, step back with your left, step back with your right. So you could either do the half version and drop your knees, maybe cross the ankles, or if you wanted to, engage the core, tummy button to spine. Could you lower yourself down, if that's okay for your shoulders, all the way down? And then you just release, come into cobra. Or you do the half version with the knees, lovely Nicholas, so come down, good, coming onto your tummy. If you've bent the legs, you just rest the lower legs on the floor. Take a breath. And then we push ourselves up again. Turn the toes under, adjust the hand position, spread the palms of the hands, lift the hips. Downward facing dog, relax the head. Take the left leg up in the air. So you could stay here if you wanted to, or just stay in down dog, or you bend the left knee and then you just hinge forwards a little way as the knee comes towards your nose. So you could extend, left leg could come back. You bend the knee, and again, you take the knee towards your nose. Again, so last time you take the leg back, and we're going to keep the knee bent as you step it forwards. So now you've got your left knee bent and your right leg is straight. So bring yourself up so this wretched thing comes out and it blocks up half the thing. So you've got left knee bent, right leg is straight. So hips, you just rest the hands on your body for a moment. Feel the breath, feel the movement into the core as you inhale. And then we can take the right arm forwards and the left arm back. The right arm forwards, left arm back, reaching through your fingers. Reach back with the left hand as well. So you're spreading the fingers, you're looking up at your top thumb. And then the arm comes back. You interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pulling up through the core. And then could you come forwards a little way towards your left thigh? You lift yourself up, you release the hands. Take the weight forwards a little way into your left foot. Lift the right leg. And if you like, you could take the arms out. So you could always keep the toes on the floor. So you're drawing up through the left leg. You're bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And then you could bend the knee, sweep the leg through. Take the arms up, scoop close. Lower the hands in front of your body. Turn the hands away from you, so palms facing away. You take the hands around to your right and you look to your left. Spread the toes of your left foot. Come back to center. Drop the foot. Come back to your mountain pose. So take the hands onto the back of your body. Feel the breath. Maybe you lift the chest. Maybe you lift the heart. Maybe you lift the heart. Maybe you lift the chest. 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 Maybe you lift the chest As you bend the knees, you slide the hands down the backs of the legs, keep the knees bent and lift your arm. Chair pose. Pushing into the feet, straightening the legs, lift the arms. Drop the heels again, bend the knees, take the arms back. Take the arms forwards. Straighten the legs, take the arms up. Drop the heels, take the arms back. Take the arms forwards. Let's hold it here. 3 breaths, chair pose. Hands to center. Step your feet together. So you could take the arms up. You might lift the heels. You could drop the heels, bend the knees. Keep the hands to center. So you could hold it here. You could also tilt the body forwards a little way, pressing the palms together. You could also twist. You could take your right elbow towards your left knee. And perhaps turn the head to your left. So then when you untwist yourself back to center, you start to stand up, lifting up, lift the heels. So you could bend, you could try and keep your heels lifted for as long as you could. So you could just bend the knees. Then you could drop the heels. Then you could hinge forwards a little way. And then perhaps you twist this way so you can take your right elbow to your left knee. And back to center. Standing up. Step your left leg back. So you've got your right knee to bend. So you push out through your back heel. And then could you lean forwards again so we could twist? We could twist to the right. So you've got left elbow towards your right knee. If you wanted to this time, you could separate the hands. So you might have your left hand to the floor and your right arm lifting. Or you just stay with your Anjali Mudra, entirely up to you. Untwist yourself back to center. Lift yourself up to upright. Pop the foot back in. Take the right leg back. So you bend your left knee, push out through the heel, spread the palms, pull up through the core. Could you lean forwards again? This time you could twist to the left. And if you wanted to, you could separate the hand so the left hand comes outside your right hand, comes outside your left foot, and the left hand lifts. Or you've got Anjali Mudra. Curl back to center, lift yourself to vertical, pop your foot in and separate your feet. Put the hands to your waist. I am enough. Feel the breath. You take the right hand onto your tummy, the left arm out to your side, and as you bend the knees, you circle the sun. And then just stop for a moment. So just resting the hands back on your body. Put the right arm out. And same thing. So you bend the knees and circle the sun. And then just stop. Push the hands back into the body, take a breath. Stick your feet together. If you turn sideways on, you might want to turn back to face the front of your mat. So lifting up, lift the heels again. Exhale, drop the heels, folding forward, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Take the hands to the floor, step your feet back, 1 and 2, and drop the knees. And let's just come back to our all fours position. And again, we could take another little swivel. Maybe you could draw some figure of 8 shapes with your body this time. So just swing the body around, drawing a loose figure of 8. And then stopping. Back to your tabletop. Could we come into puppy dog? Could you walk your hands forwards, lower the body down towards the ground, and either take your cheek, your forehead, your chin, whichever feels nice for you, towards the ground. Just hold it there for a moment. Feel the softening through across the back of the body. You're feeling the front of the body just dropping down towards the floor. If your cheeks turn, just turn the cheek the other way. And then let's come onto our tummy. So coming forwards into Sphinx pose. So you've got your forearms are parallel. Your elbows are under your shoulders. You're spreading the palms. You're zipping up through the front of the body. You're bringing your shoulders away from the ears and just relax the legs. If it's too much, just take the hands a bit further forwards. You could have a smaller back bend. It's up to you. So whenever you've got your comfortable back bend, just hold it there and feel the movement of your abdomen towards the mat as you inhale. So you could stay here. Another option is to interlace the fingers, push down with the edges of their arms. Maybe squeeze the palms towards each other so you could hold it here, so it's a little bit more active. The other thing we could do is to turn the toes under. So you pull up through the pelvic floor, you could come up onto your knees, you could lift the legs, you might come into a forearm plank. Or you just stay in your Sphinx. And then you could lower the knees, release the hands. So we could try a forearm side plank. So if you take your right forearm parallel to the top of your mat, and you're on your right hip, so you've got your shoulder, your hip, your right foot, could you then take your left foot behind your right knee? So the left foot is on the floor. So then what you could do from here, you could push into the left foot, the right hip will lift, the left arm will lift. So now you've got this, and you could spread the fingers of your left hand. So you've got a forearm side plank, if you would like, Stephanie, or not. So lift the hips. If you'd rather not, just wait for a second. We're not going to hold it for long. And then you could lower down. So you could just stay in Sphinx, Nicola. The other thing to do is to switch sides. And then you've got the left forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Your left leg is parallel to the mat. You've got your right foot behind your leg. You lift the hip, and then perhaps you could lift your right arm. So you press down through the forearm of your left hand. You're reaching up through your right fingertip, which is spread, and you're lifting your hip. And then you just lower yourself down. And then your blanket that you've got, a rolled up blanket, is going to come underneath your waist. So your knees can stay bent. Your rolled up blanket is underneath your left waist. So you're on your side and sideways. So you've got the blanket underneath the waist. The left arm comes along the mat, parallel with the blanket, and the right arm comes overhead and touches the floor. So you've got your knees bent, you've got the blanket, Nicola, underneath your waist. So it's a kind of supported side bend. So take the blanket underneath your waist. So you're lying sideways onto it. And then you take the lower arm along the length of alongside the blanket, and your top arm could reach overhead if that's comfortable. So we won't hold it for long, but it's just a supported side bend. If you're coming tonight, we're doing the slightly bigger version of this with the bolster. You just hold it here. Take 3 breaths. Feel the opening into the sides of your body. And then you bring the right arm in. You bring the left arm back to where you started. And then could you just flip yourself around and take the blanket under your other waist? So I'll turn around so I can see what you're up to. But I've got the blanket now under my right waist. My knees are bent. So we're tying over the blanket, so it's underneath the waist. You've got the right hand is parallel to the blanket, and the left arm is coming over the top of your head. So the fingertips might touch the ground. So we'll hold it here. 3 more breaths. And you just bring the top hand back towards you. You push into that hand. You lift yourself up. Take the blanket off to your sides. We're going to use it just in a minute for the end, but come onto your back. If you taking your socks off, I want to put the socks back on. It's a bit chilly. Now let's just lie on the back when you're ready and hug your knees towards your chest. And you might just rock a little bit when you get there from side to side. Massaging your back. So your knees could go one way and the head could go the other. And then you just stop. Sorry, it's on my throat. So if you take the arms out to your sides, relax the shoulders, and then let your knees drop over to the left as you look to your right. And then your knees lift up and they drop over to the right as you look to your left. And then the knees lift, they come over to the left as you look to your right. And then the knees lift, the knees drop over to the right as you look to your left. And again, knees go one way, head goes the other. Last time, knees go right and you look to your left. And we just take the legs back to center, pop the feet onto the floor, rest the hands on your tummy. And just feel the breath. Let the back of the body just drop down onto the ground. Maybe tilt the pelvis forwards a little bit so that your lower back's in contact with the floor. The elbows are on the ground. Just feel the movement. Bend your knees, Grant. Your knees are bent. And then as you push into the feet, could you lift your hips? And as you lift your hips, you'll feel your hands just sliding a little way out to the side. And then as you drop the hips, the fingertips will come back to meet. So as you inhale, you lift, the hands will just slide out towards the waist. Exhale, you let the fingertips come to meet, back of the body towards the ground. And again, inhale, lifting, hold it there. And as you release the body, you can just pick your knees up, hug the knees towards you, little counter pose, lift the head towards your knees. And then if you drop the feet onto the floor again, could you find your blanket and just slide it underneath your sacrum? So just a little bit of support underneath the lower back, base of the spine. You take the blanket there, and when you get there, you could just lift your legs up in the air. And the arms could come wherever you would like. So the arms could come out to the side, the hands might be resting on the tummy. So whatever arm position feels nice, we'll just hold it here. Noticing your breath. If there's any sensation in your body. Hold it here for 5 more breaths. Down, touch the toes down to the ground. Lift the hips, extract your blanket. Maybe just hug the knees one more time towards you. Maybe just take some little circular movements with the knees so you can keep the knees together, feet together. So massaging out your back a couple of times and then go in the other direction. Just swing the knees around. And then we could come to rest. So if you need to rock yourself up for a moment, you could bring yourself up. So you've got extra blankets if you want one to go under your head. So to make the blanket scroll, you just kind of uncurl it and then turn it so that that faces down. But if you need one under over your body, you've got this. So. Oh, and I've got some crystals. I might come and put a crystal on your solar plexus. So Annalie and Stephanie, we've got these yellowy crystals I can tell you in people's beings. So I'll come round and just make you comfortable. Take your time setting yourself up for Shavasana. Right, so the unclose and then I'll do questions. It's a chance for the energy that you've circulated in the last 25 minutes or so, just to settle into your body. the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. You can relax your body, soles of your feet. And release any tightness or tension in your hips and your pelvis. Feel the space you've created across your back, your lower back and your middle back and your upper back. Feel the softening into the sides of your body. Feel the release across the abdomen and across your chest. Feel the spaciousness in your body as you breathe. You let your shoulders just drop away from your ears. And relaxation just flowing down through your arms, relaxing the wrists and the palms of your hands, your fingers. You relax the throat and release any tension or tightness in the jaw. Just let go. Relax the mouth, the tongue, and your lips. And you relax your cheeks, maybe even your ears. Relax the eyes, the eyeballs and the eyelids. Feel the softening, all the little muscles around your eyes. Relax across your forehead, the crown of the head, so that any remaining tension just drains down through your body, down through the legs and out through the soles of your feet. Your whole body rest. And as you rest, could you bring your awareness to your solar plexus, so just above the tummy button? Maybe you could visualize breathing in a light, a yellow light into this area, golden yellow sunshine light, deep down into your body. And every time you inhale, you have a sense of this light getting brighter and stronger. Maybe having a sense of this light just starting to swirl around, moving around, maybe even extending outside of this area and spreading through your torso, out through the arms and the legs and your face, filling your body with light. Sunshine yellow, golden light. And you might think to yourself, I am enough. I am more than enough. I am able and empowered to achieve all of my dreams. Your whole body filled with light. Just how you feel. Would you hold yourself with loving kindness for the beautiful, unique being that you are? sounds. The sound of your breath. And as the breath starts to deepen, maybe start to bring some movement into your body, fingers and toes. Maybe perhaps just rolling into your sides. And when you like, just bring yourself up to a seated position. And you've still got crystals attached to you somewhere, haven't you? So rest one hand on your tummy, the other hand to your chest. Take a breath. Exhale. May you feel happy, may you feel joyful, may you feel loved, may you feel nurtured, and may you feel very peaceful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Emily, Stephanie, on good. Maybe start. Stop recording.